let me just show you the state of affairs over there. By the way, this is How Sparks Make a Worldwide. Like, subscribe, Venmo, and super chats. Appreciate it very much. Lizzie Dog, thank you. Oh my God, this gets more hilarious each time. Thank you, Hal. I'd be curious what Ficus thinks. Ficus does not. He has a thing against Kirk Cameron movies. I don't mind the TV show or whatever, because I used to listen here. When I was growing up, I had growing pains. Mostly it was a teething issue. My gums, in my family, we have really strong gums. A lot of people think my teeth fell out. Truth is, they never came in. And they was fighting and all that stuff. But I heard there was a show called Growing Pains, and I was like, I want to watch this. So we hooked up the TV set and plugged it in, and it would work about twice a month. And I would stand up there on top of it when I was little and hold on for dear life to the rabbit ears on the top of that while somebody stuck my mom plugged me in. She'd stick an electrical cord up my ass, and that would feed enough electricity to the rabbit ears so that the signal from the show would just travel over the hillsides and through the woods and come to our TV set so we could watch 15 minutes of some show. And I tried at one point to watch a piece of the show, but I was standing on top of the set. I looked down, and the cord came out, and the electrical charge, I guess I was grounded or something. Just there's this big blue arc right from my keister hole right to that wire and shot me out there into the chicken coop, where I lived comfortably for several days. So that's a true story. So I never even got to see the show or whatnot, but I did go. I went to a church at one point where they had on Wednesday nights, they'd play them Left Behind movies. And I got to tell you, I dozed off right about the time the Antichrist showed up because he was so fucking boring, man. I always thought the Antichrist was going to be cool and he was just a business guy in a suit. I was like, what the fuck is that? Shouldn't he be all like fucking rock and roll? Jesus Christ, these people are always telling me he looked like Gene Simmons, who is a Jew. So I get where they're coming from, but ultimately this dude just came out and he looked like a fucking hedge fund dude or some shit. So usually I'd either pass out or get Betty Sue, and we'd head up there behind the baptism trough and play hide the communion wafer. You know what I'm saying? Am I the only? All right, I'm the only one who knows about that game? Something along those lines. All right. All right. So let me introduce you. See this guy? He's doing very well. Then he looked happy. Apparently, this is on Fox Business. Andy McCarthy discussed the impact of Trump's legal woes on Nikki Haley's 24 chances and the expensive appeal process for the former president. It says, Trump is imploding. Former assistant U.S. attorney warns.
He's facing Andy McCarthy, a great lawyer in his own right, knows those challenges very well. The former assistant U.S. attorney, Fox News contributor. Andy, she is kind of, without saying it in so many words, hanging her political hat on that possibility. This guy could implode, and I'm your backup. How realistic is that, the implosion part, that these cases drag on, he's so distracted.
And also, why do you have Q-tips wrapped around your ears?
He could even be facing a conviction in a criminal case that might make trial light of day. What do you make of all that?
Well, I think he is imploding, Neil. So,
That's not what Neil wanted to hear. Andy, come on, man. You can't do. And you also, I'm just telling you, I know you like wearing the grip-on workout earbuds. That's fine. And I know you sit in front of your shelf and whatever, and that's fine. By the way, the big wall unit, are you in Europe right now? Because that looks like a big European unit, if you know what I'm saying. But that, whatever that is that's on top of there, you look like an old version of Lando Calrissian's robot on his way to a funeral. I'm just saying, am I the only one that sees that? All right.
We haven't even gotten to the criminal cases yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in very dire straits as far as these civil judgments are concerned. Even if you think, as I do, that there are severe questions about the second E. Jean Carroll case in terms of the exorbitant penalty of $83.3 million that was imposed there, and then the just.
Well, that was the second one. He could have gotten off with $5 million if he just kept his fucking mouth shut.
Mind-boggling, totally out of proportion with the wrong alleged fine or disgorgement payment that Judge Engoron ordered last week in the.
No. Anybody who watched the Sandy Hook shit with Alex Jones know that Trump got off easy.
In the civil fraud case, even if you think that there are significant questions, at least about the damages on appeal, appeal is not free. It's not like a criminal case where you automatically get to appeal. In appeal, you have to actually be able to post the assets at interest in order to go forward with the appeal. He was found liable in the E. Jean Carroll case on January 26th, which means next week he's got to file a notice of appeal. You get about 30 days. And the question is, that's going to cost him about $90 million. It's
so good. It's so good. Can we you guys just want to let that roll over us for a second? It's popcorn time. Come on, baby. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Just going to cost him $90 million to lose again.